Hi, my name is Matt Trulio, and I'm an under-the-radar kind of guy in the boat world. I run a site called speedonthewater.com, and I helped start a website called boats.com a bunch of years back. I know all the players in the high-performance powerboat world, and I guess I could say they all know me. If they want something really special, they call me through the site, and I connect people who buy and sell powerboats. And honestly, it's a lot of fun and a lot of work. I love what I do. I'm passionate about this world, and once you get a taste of the boat build world, you are hooked for life, whether you own a boat or not. Covering it is its own reward. Everyone who gets into this market, they fantasize about the extravagant lifestyle, and they fantasize about the hardware. I have a used BMW 328, but what I really want is a Lamborghini, or I'd settle for a Boxster. That'd be okay. The boat world has two marketplaces. It's the super rich and, oddly enough, the blue collar, entry level people, dreamers who just want to get out on the water and go fast or feel like they're going fast. Through what I do on the website, I help broker deals up to the super rich guys like Gary Goodell who are capable of building any custom boat for any budget. But I also help steer the new boat enthusiasts getting into the market because not everybody has a huge bank account. Most of my days are spent between both worlds, reporting, connecting, and observing, and just generally trying to put one person with the next if I can. On a typical day, I will get clients from all over the world who want a boat, all kinds of budgets. I have a college kid who just graduated, whose dad wants to help him buy a boat. I have a client or friend in Chicago who just bought two $500,000 boats, and he'll probably hang on to them for about a year before he buys something else. Usually, the guys who start out, we call entry level now pre-owned boat, and they'll buy something used. But the problem is that they'll need to build it up, and they have, as the cliche goes, they've got champagne money or they've got champagne taste, but they have beer money, and that's very typical for our world. It's both very rich and the not so rich. At the same time, I know guys like Kenny Armstrong who owns a 48-foot catamaran called Phantom. It's actually patterned both after his favorite Broadway musical, I think, Phantom, and his Rolls Royce Phantom. And Kenny's an extremely wealthy man, but he's going to need to upgrade that boat because right now, as well known as it is, it's a little outdated, and certainly he certainly has the money to do that. I mean, in just the past few months, he spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on parts alone, and just so he can make sure that everybody else in Houston knows he has the fastest boat in the area. You know, for a very long time, the most recognizable boat in the world was Miss Budweiser. It's an unlimited hydroplane that ran for several years. Well, now that boat's gone, and the Miss Geico boat has taken over for it. Has become the most iconic, recognizable powerboat in the world, and I'm lucky in that I get to work very closely with the Miss Geico offshore racing team and have a very inside view of what they do to make that happen. It's quite a bit of work, but it's also really enjoyable. I've dealt with a bunch of celebrities over the years. A lot of athletes, from Albert Hainsworth, the former Tennessee Titan, to Pudge Rodriguez, the former baseball player. I believe he was with the Marlins, and it seems like athletes gravitate toward high performance boats. Though in the past, actors, oh gosh, Chuck Norris, Kurt Russell, those guys were involved in offshore powerboat racing in the '80s, and there are celebrities who still own these boats, but mostly you find that there's a whole lot of athletes, and those guys need to decompress on the weekends, and what better what better way to do that than running on the water with their hair on fire, right? Doesn't matter who you are, whether you're a prince or a pauper. If you want to connect with a boat, that's something I can help you with, and something I take a great deal of pleasure in doing. Building a boat is not like building a car. It's not like building a motorcycle. It's in some ways it's more complicated because all these products are hand fabricated, built out of a drum of resin and a roll of fiberglass. You look at a boat before it's built, and that's all it is. And in some ways, it's much more simple. The technologies within these products are not nearly as high tech as what you find in an automobile. But then the automobile has some bigger tasks. Regardless, the costs are astronomical. It's the last hand-built product in the United States, and that to me is you know super important. That these products are built here with power that is built here. It's something to be really proud of. You can spend a couple of $1,000,000 on a boat. A single engine can run more than $300,000. That's one engine. That's a new home in a lot of parts of this country, and usually in a $300,000 engine situation, you need two. So do the math, and you're $600,000 in before you've even laid up the fiberglass. Tooling for boats can cost a boat mold can cost you $500,000. This is it's a big dollar industry where a paint job can cost you $80,000. It is amazing. But the only real question here, and it doesn't matter whether you are a prince or a pauper, as I said earlier, is really how much do you want to spend? Because regardless, there is a boat, a power boat, and it's your high performance boat. There is one out there for you. I'm done.